I told everyone I was going to Knoxville for outpatient treatment for Renew. They all told me not to. I had just admitted to a relapse, and the response I got favored mainstream dialect. You need inpatient treatment. You need a 12-step program. You have an incurable disease, and you should seek therapy. Something had to change, but I couldn't ignore the gnawing in my spirit, drawing me to something much deeper than the secular world could give me. Problem is, they were believers too. They believed in the same gospel I did. They believed in the same God who parted the Red Sea and delivered an entire nation to the promised land. They believed in the same Christ who died on the cross. They believed in the same Jesus who healed the sick and raised the dead, who sent his Spirit to dwell among us. Emmanuel, they all cry, for God is with us, except when it comes to addiction. I say this not to blame them, but to shed a light on the reality of life for the addicted Christian. They only know what had been taught to them by the secular world. As far as I'm concerned, the medical field has the final say, and my word was quite meaningless. I was, after all, only an addict, right? After many tiring conversations and uphill battles, both mentally and financially, I loaded up 2 trash bags and headed east. I had nowhere to sleep, so I spent the first night in my car. I had resolved in myself that even if I slept in my front seat the entire 3 months, I was going to renew. Call me zealous, that's fair, but make sure you also call me free. Because I knew what I was chasing. I was chasing the voice of my Father, and no man was going to stop me. For a long time, I held on to the ideology that mental health was for the elite, a rich man's luxury. Is there a family member who would help you? They ask with pity, knowing the answer is almost always no. But I refused to play the blame game. This was my problem now. Renew met me right in the middle of it all. I was apprehensive naturally. Free? Seriously? I had done nothing to deserve it, but let me tell you of the God I serve. Better yet, let me speak of the fruit God has given me through my time at Renew. I asked for healing and have found it. I asked for love and received it. I asked for joy and found it buried in my suffering. I asked for safety and was protected. I asked for peace and it was given. I asked for love for others and it was granted to me. I asked for wisdom and discernment and God responded. I asked for provision and it was provided. I asked for freedom and for Christ's sake I have been set free. I learned to pray and to pray hard. I was given family. I was in the darkness and was pulled from suffering into the light and peace of Christ. Renew is truly a gift to me. Each of you played a vital role in these fruits I now hold dearly. God chose you, amongst all others, to partake in his glory through this beautiful story of redemption I now get to call my own. You chose to walk beside me, even when it was hard, even when you were tired yourselves. Thank you isn't enough. It doesn't quite capture the level of gratitude I have for Renew Clinic.